Hi, I'm Julia from Julia Francis Wellness, and I wanted to talk about how to improve your sleep quality and wake up feeling more perky and more revived, and then therefore more focused and less overthinking and in our head. And I know for me, I've definitely improved the way that I manage to get myself off to sleep. But even last night, I was lying awake thinking and thought, for some reason, all of the world's problems have to come into my mind just as I go to sleep. And I know that that's a common thing for other people as well. Personally, I'm affected, and also a lot of other people around me that I help. So I wanted to share 3 simple things that have helped me to get out of my head, feel ready to sleep, ready to feel rested, and drift off and have a better quality of sleep so that I can wake up and get on with the next day rather than just waking up and wishing I could stay in bed for longer. And so these are really simple tools that hopefully you can even just pick one and start with that if one of them seems new to you or you feel like one might help, or all 3. So the first one is reducing distractions, specifically technology. So having like a little technology curfew sounds really lame and boring, but I've since learned that by switching off my phone, like turning it onto flight mode and setting it up away from me in my bedroom, away from my bed on the charger outside my room, is so key for setting myself up for sleep time. Because I know it's so easy to lay in bed and just be doing scrolling mindlessly for a long time, and then we wonder why it's really difficult to get to sleep after that. And firstly, the blue light that comes from our phones is telling our brain that it's actually daytime, and so we're not actually preparing ourselves for sleep, rather actually activating the mind. And then also all of the things that are affecting us in our subconscious mind to start thinking whilst we're looking at social media can really start to get our brain to work. I know that is the case for me, looking through the day's stories from everyone and reading everyone's posts. While it can be inspiring, it's also very activating for the mind, and it can really start to trigger thoughts as well. Positive or negative, it's still really charging us and not preparing us to sleep. So what I do is come usually or about half an hour before I go to sleep, I get my phone onto flight mode, plugged in and away from my bed. It also helps when you wake up in the morning that it's not the first thing you do as well, because that's not the most pleasant way to start the day. So secondly is taking a lot off the mind. So I know for me, as I mentioned before, it feels as though when it comes to bedtime, all of the open tabs left open in my mind still need to be addressed. So whether that's overthinking about a certain task that I needed to do, or a conversation that happened, or whether they are worries or exciting things, there's just a lot going on in my mind that continue to be open tabs until I address them or acknowledge them. So one thing I know that's helpful is actually just writing down really basic list of those open tabs so that you can load off the mind and it's ready to sleep. And so that might be tasks that you know that you need to do tomorrow, something that you're worried about, and you can write all these things so that the piece of paper or diary or whatever you have can take care of those for the night and they're out of the mind. It's a really simple task, a tool that can really be quite helpful, because once it's written down on paper, it's like, oh, it's not so bad. But when it's in here, as we know, overthinking can turn something into quite a bit more of a big deal. And then you can also write down some gratitude, 3 things you're grateful for whilst you're at it, that happened to you that day, or they could be something in general. So, you might have had really beautiful weather that day, so you're grateful for the sunshine, or you're really grateful for that coffee date you had with a friend. Those kind of things can help to make us sort of be in a really good state, nice reflection on the day, and start to wind down to bed. And the more you do these things, the more that your body and mind start to realize that those are the habits that you do as you go off to sleep. And that can help with the preparation to rest more easily. And then the third thing is when you're lying in bed and you've done those things, once you're ready to drift off to sleep, it's often when the thoughts come in the most. And so what can be really helpful is by doing a body scan, and so kind of like a barcode scanner, if you like, scanning down from the head and just noticing the way that your body feels. And that could be, you know, oh, I've got tense shoulders, or just observing though, and trying not to really indulge in the thoughts of why your shoulders might be tense, or, you know, what part of your body feels really relaxed as well. And that's really just getting out of your head and into your body. And that can be a really nice way to just relax. And at that point in time in the day, you do want to relax every muscle in your body to just drift off, and that'll help you to sleep. And then also breathing. So again, getting in that zone of relaxation. If you start to do the deep breaths that I've spoken about before, so inhaling for 4 counts and holding for 4, and then exhaling for 4 counts, and then see if you can hold for 4. And if you do that, gradually you're easing your mind into relaxation. You're easing yourself into your body. And I often find that when I have the busiest mind and I'm lying there and I'm thinking, I'm still not asleep, I have so much on my mind and I feel like I need to solve it all. Reality is that it really can wait till tomorrow, and it's really not helping, because tomorrow you might be tired because you've stayed up so late. Well, that's what I find anyway. So the breathing, I often find, is the last thing that really helps me. And I wake up in the morning and realize that the last thing I remember was doing the deep breathing. So I personally really recommend that. And I know that it has some really helpful results for other people. So I hope that these can be helpful with helping you sleep, because I know that it can be the toughest time of day to really, because you're so in your mind, to really ease off. And the better rested you are, the more relaxed you'll feel and the less stress you'll suffer from. So I hope that's really helpful. If you find this helpful and you want to talk about this more, then please reach out, send me a message, and we can talk about it. Thanks. Bye-bye.